How's it going? Hope you're doing well. It's Taco Tuesday. I wish I was eating tacos. They're not on my diet plan this week. But I hope wherever you are, you get to enjoy a taco today. Have one for me, okay? Like two for me. Anyway, I got my ear drained. It was the first time ever in my life that I had a traveling nurse come to me. I got out of work about 4:30 almost, maybe a little earlier. My appointment wasn't until 6, so I called and I was like, hey, is there any way I could pop by early? And they're like, actually, we've had a COVID incident. We're closing our office. I have traveling nurses out, and since yours is minor and this is something a nurse can cover, would you mind if they came to you? And I was like, no, I would not mind at all. I can just go home. Awesome. So she came to my house. It was a very quick thing. I've, like I said, done 2 rounds of antibiotics. The fluid in my ear infection just wasn't draining. So all they do is they take an empty syringe and, they put it down, they put it in, and then they pull the fluid out. It was painful for a second, but it did relieve pressure. Unfortunately, while she was poking around in there, she felt a cyst. And with PCOS, I know that my body can create cysts and they explode, and it can be painful, and they can go anywhere in the body, but they don't seem very concerned about this one. I have a cyst here and a cyst here. I didn't get this one checked. They said I didn't really need to, the way that it felt, and I had this one checked and they're benign. They're just cysts that grow. My grandpa had 2 on his head and he eventually got them cut off because they can grow big, but mine don't seem to be growing, so they just kind of think it's another one of those just behind, and that could be causing, like, when I do get an ear infection, for it to back up just because it's there. But I did a biopsy this morning before work just so they could make sure that everything's fine. But I don't know if, like, I might have heard it wrong. Like, I don't know if a cyst is hard or if it's soft, like which one is good. But technically it doesn't really matter. You have to test them anyway. But from the feel of it, it's like my other ones, and it's probably most likely benign, and I'm not going to worry about it. I have them all the time that form in my body, and then they disintegrate themselves. So even if it is something that just popped up, it might go away. Unlike these 2 that seem to be stationary, they're there every time. There's other ones where I go and they'll see a cyst, and then I'll go back and it dissipated itself or whatever it does. And every once in a while I do have pain, but most times it's just like it's like my body getting rid of extra calcium or something. I don't know how it works. I'm not a doctor. I just know that I have the potential to create cysts, especially around hormone changes. It's part of PCOS. But anyway, so yeah, that was a little scary to go in and get a biopsy just because it's so close to my pituitary gland. They don't want it to grow. They might just remove it and just be like, let's just... Or they might monitor it and be like, all right, it's going to disappear on its own. Because, like I said, I've had a few that just, like, they're there and then they're gone. It takes care of themselves. I don't know how it all works, but that's pretty cool. Like, can you just take care of yourself, little thing in there? But my ear does feel better. It's just sore because I keep getting needles shoved in it. I had a biopsy. I had it drained, so it's tender. And I was a little spacey when I got to work, but they just gave me a local... a numbing thing, and I think it had like something for my nerves, but it only lasted an hour, like they said. So I was like, just letting you know, I'm a little woozy right now. Can I just sit for like 10 minutes? We're so slow today. But like, I didn't know it's gonna do that. I drove here and I was fine, and when I went to like get out of my car, and I was like, oh, it's kicking in, because it was within a half hour from getting... It was just a quick biopsy. Got back in my car, got to work. I'm like, okay, so I have a half hour before this wears off. Oh boy. But it wasn't like a drug. It was just more like my face was like I could do this and not feel it, and then it started to tingle. Like, I feel weird. It's weird. But anyway, Hope you have a great day. I'll see you all again soon. We got more music videos coming at you. I'm just going to try to take it easy and let this ear heal up and focus. They don't want me working out for the next 2 days, so I'm a little sad. They just don't want, they are a little concerned about my body draining these cold fluids and my breathing. So I gotta chill for 2 days. So I guess I'll be able to focus more. But boo for my diet. Like, is this the universe's way of just saying, like, don't even fucking do it? I don't know. I can't. I'm making progress and I like it and I want to keep progressing. But I'm just annoyed that I can't work out because of an earball problem. Anyway, love you. See you soon. Bye.